What's going on, collective? Welcome back to the Oracle's desk. I am the Oracle. And here on this tarot station, we read the energies that come across my desk from all different kinds of places and all different kinds of creatures. And I was just going through my tarot bowl or my charms bowl, which I haven't been through in a while. I promise things start to settle down, I'll get back on those. But the insignifiers that I get that tell me I have messages all came up at the top. Auntie, then the oracles, and Ganesh again. But I've just done 2 Ganesh readings. So. And then I see seashells. So we're going to get into the oracle energy here. And if that kind of tarot station sounds interesting to you, that kind of tarot reading sounds interesting to you, well, hit subscribe, collective. Grab yourself your favorite beverage, pull up a seat, ring a bell, and light some incense, and let's get into it, shall we? Sorry, guys, it's been a minute. There they are. It's nice not to do this. I saw this earlier. Guys are being called back to the hunt. Again. This is why. And then it's like, why aren't you reading the energy? Because it's the same energy over and over again. It's the same energy over and over again. I need one more card, though, Spirit, please. Okay, I just saw Borealis. Let's just hold on. Pan. You're being called to the wild, collective, where the wild things are. We are being called to nature, collective. The great hunt. Sorry, guys. I don't know what is going on with my gear. My God. Please stop doing that. Please. Like, I will pay you money. I can't win. Yes, I can. I don't know why this tripod won't let me be great. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to get around its adversity. Being called to the hunt, collective. You're being called to the wilderness. Siren's call. Temptation. It's probably because it's spring. Let's not get too witchy yet, okay? This could be just because it's springtime. Every time I see Pan, I think Orpheus. And the wolves are back. Let's ask the stars. Aries. It's Aries season right now. Gemini. It's Gemini birthdays right now, too. Aries moon, Gemini birthdays. I have a Gemini friend having a birthday. Happy birthday, love. I'm an Aries rising, so boom. The Emperor. Mars. Willpower, impulse, passion, bravery, determination. Yes, this call to nature is here to ignite your passion and bravery. Scorpio at the bottom. Healing in the 12th house. Gemini again. The door. There's a door. I get it. There's a door. I hear you. A thought door. A resonance door. Resonance door. We're leaving Pisces going into Aries. And it's funny too, because I was just watching Solera, and she was saying, don't forget that these energies mix in and out as we, ebb and flow through them. And this is Pisces. So we're moving from Pisces to Aries, and you'll, especially she said at the end of, the Pisces season, if you're feeling extra emotional, like that was the Aries energy. Chiron. There's something here to heal. Yeah, you're being called back to nature to heal something, but it's a little dangerous, which is why all the severity is here. This is something about karmic debts, something about escapism. You could easily turn this into escapism. You need to be, this is like shaman. This is like dipping into hell real quick to get your shamanic stuff on and then dipping right back out. Work in the black, stay in the white. Work in the white, stay in the black. Hidden enemies. Neptune. There's a hidden energy here you need to heal. If this resonates, it may not. If it doesn't resonate, thank you so much for being here and holding space. There's something about the shoreline, especially at night. There's something about you not going outside at night. You may have been given some kind of fears. You may feel like these fears, there's like danger or something. This is the thing you need to heal, because there's some reason you need to go outside at nighttime. I mean, it could be just that you don't like bugs and scorpions. Okay. Sorcery. You have a veil over you. There's a lot of people I'm running into like that. I get tough. Let's see if we can get around this veil, shall we? If you want a veil lifted so that you feel comfortable going back outside at night, then I suggest you stay. If you don't want that veil lifted, then you get the hell out of here. Even talking about it can start to undo it. But if you want those energies and you want to know why you have a hindrance, first we'll see why the energy's blocked if I can, or why it's not moving. Hopefully Toth will explain some kind of energetic movement here so we can get an idea of what's going on. You've rationalized a fear. It's time to open it up, babe. We got to go in. It's been bothering you. That's why the siren's call's here. And we just had interference too, didn't we? Yep. Wow. Oh, I should have grabbed those. The High Priestess, Temperance, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Lovers. Let me go find those cards. Because the Ace of Swords came with it. And as soon as I saw the Ace of Swords, I was like, nope, I'm supposed to keep it. And I didn't. There's the interference at the beginning. Here's the High Priestess. I'm going to learn to pull the cards out eventually, collective. Hit subscribe if you like watching a tarot reader struggle with her witch wounds. Oh my god. Yeah, here's Temperance. Okay, where's the Ace of Swords? Because it's a veil that needs to be lifted. This Ace of Swords is the truth. It's a truth, a clarity. And it could be the key that you need to getting out of whatever it is you're in right now. I only say this because the High Priestess came out, and the High Priestess shows the veil. She sees through the veil. So I might not be able to tell you what it is. Let's do this right. This was first, and this came out, then this came out. There's something significant about this wall here, okay? This is significant. Then we saw the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and Arts, and then There's some kind of you have some 1010. I know what it is. I know why you're here. Somebody's put a veil over you. You have a divine meeting with someone, divine timing. You may have felt previously like, I gotta be somewhere, but you didn't feel like moving. Maybe somebody told you something about, like, I know when I lived in Alaska, like, let me tell you something about going outside, especially if I was going to the trash. No, okay? 10:44 on the clock. If I was going to the trash, I was not going to the trash in Alaska, okay? Because there are bears in the trash in Alaska. Hit subscribe. And let me tell you one thing I am terrified of next to tigers is bears. I am not playing. I'm not playing with bears. Okay? Something is stuck your wheel of fortune, or there's some kind of, I know this is going to sound crazy, guys, but this is what I'm getting, okay? There's some kind of something you're supposed to receive. Now, it's someone who resonates as you resonate. So you're not the only one that, it's kind of like a Pokemon, okay? I don't know why it's coming out like this, but there's something about this fear that if you can overcome, it's an illusion put up there. It may not be, though. You may have a real legitimate fear. That being said, if we can tempt you to come out of that fear, there's something here sticking this, and you need to be at peace in order for this particular fortune. Let's say it's an artifact, okay, a magic artifact, 1155, some kind of home doorway artifact. 11 is the house and doorways and thresholds in the kingdom of Janus, and 55 is knowledge and movement, change. Also, it could be endings. It could mean something special to you, like my muse 55 when I met him. You know, it could be all kinds of things, right? But it's divine timing. You are doing some kind of initiation, I think. Somebody's put a veil up around you so that you do not initiate. It might just be you need to be out in the sun. I don't know, but you're hearing Artemis Hunter's call. And it's really strong right now because of this Aries season. And it's also really strong because we're still getting out of this Pisces energy. And this Pisces energy is all about emotions, just like Solara was saying. It's like heated up emotions, though. But there's something about you overcoming this fear and going out into the night that's supposed to lift a veil for you. Yeah, you must broaden your mind. This is going to help you alchemize something that you're stuck in, an idea or a thought pattern or a habit. It could also be a family curse, like drinking, or I don't know. It could be all kinds of stuff. It could also be family blessing. Maybe you were meant to, I don't know, make people's likenesses out of leaves on the ground. I don't know, collective. I don't know what you're all into. You're all so damn talented. I couldn't keep up. That being said, there's a reason you need to go outside. There's something that will be lifting in a veil for you. You may also resonate as a high priest or high priestess. This knowledge is going to cut through a lot of fog and get you out of this hangman and get this moving for you again. Where is my magic dart? Okay, here we go. I need confirmation. Yeah, it's going to heat up this energy for you into this beautiful Prince of Cups energy. It's some kind of Orphic egg, some kind of union, some kind of Regis. You're about to get an Orphic egg. Let me tell you, Orphic eggs are interesting. I had one for 3 years before it opened. Well, the other one opened right away. This tripod is banished. Love me, say that you love me. Look at this, collective. I caught it. Where are these two? Ayo. Ayo. Ooh. There's some kind of veil over you. Look at this thing. You're trying so hard to see through this. Yeah. It's not that you weren't strong enough. You are stuck. I feel like the high priest, the princess of cups is the lower arcana of a high priestess. Just like she's the lower arcana. She's the lower arcana of the queen of cups and the high priestess. So this princess of cups would go to a queen of cups next if she were going to try to strengthen her intuitive high priestess stuff. Okay. Not just that, her singing or her melodies or her rhyming, things like that. High priestesses do those kind of things. There's something here that's really hindered your maturation in your, and this is just me saying this. Don't take this if it doesn't resonate. It sounds like something's hindering your intuitive abilities. And it's got something to do with this, you not wanting to go outside at night. So you got to make friends with the nighttime. Whatever this energy is holding you down, like this is a big deal. Like fear, death, fear of, I mean, this just to me, I know this is usually like equality or whatever and looking out, but this is like this doorway. I don't know. There's something about it stopping with this Four of Swords here. Like you're not able to look out here. You're like, whenever you feel like it, you're like, I'm too tired or I feel depressed. It's some kind of black magic on you. This could be a generational thing. I don't know. Let's see here. It's a big deal though. Wow, I did not know this was going to go this way. Okay, oracles. Let's see what kind of magic this is. Let's see what kind of black magic this is. Then we'll get Millie, and Millie will help. Who's at this door? Hold on. Who's at this door? Didn't I say? Ooh, did I say your family? And there's Pan again. And there's the devil. This was an automatic thing. Yep. This was an automatic thing. Girl, what did I stumble into? Sweet child of mine, you need to get some sage. You need to get, like, if you're into Jesus or whatever, you need to get all the things, honey. Somebody is trying to come for you, like, for real. This is weird. Somebody is really trying to make you afraid to go out. You know what? This could be a spouse of yours, too. This could be someone in your home. I'm sorry to say that to you. I don't mean to, like, this just happened to me in my home, so I'm sensitive. Please forgive me for the insensitivity of saying something like that. Somebody is fucking with your doorway. I feel like it's somebody who couldn't rise to the occasion, but knew the occasion was coming. Maybe they didn't resonate. This could be another, like I said, there's more than one. These things are for people who resonate. So if you don't resonate, it will go off to the next place, the next person, until it finds that energy. Just like, like sometimes people will say, oh, I ran into this guy. He was a real asshole at the store or whatever. That guy at the store, he probably had and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. He probably had some kind of devil. He probably had some kind of demonic possession or whatever. So when that guy came to you and he saw you were high vibrational, he'd be like, I'm going to make her feel like shit, just instinctively. And you don't carry that energy around with you. You alchemize that right away, and that had no effect on you. That is you exercising that devil. That is you starting, and when all of us can do it and close that energy off because we're all in control of ourselves, which is why that's the key to changing the world, then we can really start to correct these energies, or they'll have to self-correct because they just won't resonate to be able enough to even leave. But this guy didn't get that. This is about you coming together. They call it hermetic marriage, right? It's the marriage of the masculine and female self. You have these two things that you can marry together, confirmation. then you will be in full control of your body, of your laboratory, and of your mind, and of the energies that emit from you. After you get those under control, then you can start to do this higher level magical stuff that I think that you're wanting to do, because why the hell else would you be here? And I know it sounds weird. It's like, I got to level up. Yeah, you got to fucking level up. Okay? You got to level up. And why does that come out in video games? Because it's play. And play is the most powerful form of meditation. The most powerful divination tool you have is the ability to play. And you're also highly protected in that state. Wow, this is a crazy reading, collective. Like, thank you for sharing this energy with me. This is really wild. Like, I'm enjoying it, though. It's a challenge. So you need to have this hermetic marriage so that you can level up. Here's the call to nature again. Deliverance. Deliver us from evil. With the old devil at the door. This is some kind of automatic family thing. And you know what? It's so funny, too, because I just had a reading with the new fairies, the city fairies, and they had a house elf that was, kind of grumpy, and it was a family thing. So that may resonate with you. I'm not sure, but whatever this is an automatic firewall for everyone who's born in your family tree. It's contorted itself through, I believe, the masculine line. Oh, wait, no, that was the other reading. It's contorted itself around this tree in the masculine line. This fear, this weird look at how it's wrapped. See, look at how it's wrapped around the rebus, excuse me. My God, I'm gonna get together, collective. Hit subscribe. Stay tuned to see if she can actually find a tripod that doesn't move. What is happening right now, you guys? Oh my God. Okay. Wow. This is just. We're gonna go with it, collective. See how it's wrapped around its legs? Just like this is wrapped around this tree. It's a pedigree. Something about pedigree. Something about... Anyway, it doesn't matter. It could be alcoholism. It could be alcoholism is the thing, or one of the things, or how it disguises itself. But either way, it doesn't make this music go away. Okay? It doesn't make it go away. And that might be why, even if you get drunk, you're like, I still feel like shit. This is an automatic thing that the smart old devil put on. But you're here to free yourself and your husband's family too, which may be why he was attracted to you. Because you may be, if you're here, an extremely magical person. Hit subscribe. Okay, let's get a snake. Oh no, I did say Millie. I feel like Millie's going to say the same thing, though. I feel like maybe Millie's going to show us a fetus. You feel called to the hunt. You feel called to the wilderness, but you are stuck. You cannot go outside. You do not know why. You are under a veil spell. Yep. Yeah, look. Look. You are under a veil spell. A very serious one. Damn. It's a web. You need a dream catcher. That came out in the last reading too. You need a dream catcher. This is a diamond wall. It's a nasty, nasty, nasty little spell. This is a spell that, okay, I'm going to say this. This is going to be weird. Ugh. Okay. When my father would explode into violence, that was the pot, right? The pot of magic, dark magic, right? The black magic spell, the black magic family spell, right? The curse. And whenever he would explode, I would say that was the epicenter of an earthquake. And all those earthquakes had aftershocks. Now, the aftershocks were not always as bad as the cauldron, but they could be. And they could start to form their own pots of black magic. But it was something that was always applied over and over again, like poison. Sometimes you have to give poison over a long period of time. I'm looking at mushrooms right now as I say that. Sometimes medicines can be poisons too. So this doesn't have to be somebody intentionally doing bad black magic. It could be a prayer group that think they're helping and they're not. I don't know. That being said, there's something about this that there'll be an epicenter for, and then there'll be like little threats all around it all the time. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to call dad. I'm going to, what if I told your father? Your father will see, because then you know what's going to happen, right? You're going to get the big pot, and you don't want the big pot, but they still keep dosing you with this poison. That's how this is working. And it feels like it was the same thing from the other reading too. It is dirty, nasty black magic. You're going to need candles. Candles. Under what moon? You can do it under the Aries moon. Candle magic. Salt. Black salt. Ooh, you need black salt. You need to start saving your ashes. I think when you do this, this is your family line, kiddo. Other people. Romantic, but you're taking this on as the female in your family. This could be from your father, though. I don't know if this is something you married into. It's your blood. It's so funny. The last reading was so similar. You need to do some... Okay, if you are about Christ and all that stuff, you probably don't want to do candle magic. That being said, though, if you like candles for God, you're doing candle magic. Okay, I'm just letting you know. You might not know that. You go give the guy $10 and you light a pillar candle at the altar, sweetie. You're doing magic. Okay, that is high level magic too. High level magic. So if you can pay a farthing to go light a candle in a church, bitch, you can light a candle in your windowsill. There's something about windowsill magic here. You want to do this with someone else. A partnership. Maybe you have children? Sons? They don't have to know what's going on. You need to light a candle and put it in the window. What do we say under the candle? Whatever magic you feel. They're your magic words. But you need to start a new web. A dream catcher. A dream catcher spell. Dream catcher window. Hold on, the words will come out. Give me a sec. Dream catcher spell, dream catcher window, dream catcher night, dream catcher moon, dream catcher spider, dream catcher sun, dream catcher. You want to have a candle, some stones of your choosing. If you can find ground from either your husband's or your family, or no, if this is your family, the oldest residence that your family lives. So like my mother, we're Boones, right? So we've been in Iowa forever. So if I wanted to drive up, I could go get some Boone dirt and I could grab it. And that's what you want to do. If it's, where your grandmother lived or your great grandmother lived, walk by there and just pull some, pull a little dirt, pull a little dirt, because you're going to want to put a little dirt down. You're going to want to put it on a windowsill, probably the main windowsill of your house. And you're going to want to put safely a candle up in a place that you can observe it. I want to say you want to do a blue or black or purple candle, something dark colored. And you want to say something like, the flame casts no shadow. Yeah. Flames cast no shadow. Flames cast no shadows. So what you're doing is you're enchanting this veil that's been put up with you with fire and smoke. And the fire is Fire doesn't have a shadow, so nothing can hide there. That is a very pure form of magic. It's intention setting. But once you do this, you are the one who's actually doing it. This is just helping you get it out of your energy and into a place. This is taking it from the swords to the pentacles, from the swords, the wands, to the pentacles. And then the emotion that you're going to need to apply to it, which will be easy for you because you're in the Princess of Cups energy. And you sense it. It's like you can hear it calling like the wolves, and you want to howl back, but you can't. And you don't understand why. If you're really feeling that stressed about it enough to be here at my table, then baby, this diamond wall is about to go down. And no more dosing of this poison. Light a candle. Set it. Alignment. Focus on your goals. Now the dirt, the oldest dirt you can find, will be the key. Because you'll be taking energy that have been in this area around your home or in your family or in your husband's family or whomever. You'll know. It will be the place where the magic is in all that energy. Flame casts no shadow. And then that way you can open it up and you know that you'll be really, really protected. You absolutely can light some incense with this as well if you wish. I mean, you can make it as detailed as you want. You can leave flowers out. If I were going to do flowers, I would do white flowers. White is about purity. And just invoke the divine. Get a couple psalms, anything that makes you feel good. Music also, anything that helps your spirit feel free. And don't be afraid when you do it, because there's nothing to be afraid of. You have some kind of veil over you. Now, there's a difference between listening to your subconscious and then acting out of fear. Now, if you are acting out of fear, you are not listening to your subconscious, but your fear will indicate to you whether or not you should look deeper. So always pause, and besides, always go with your own guidance collective. And that being said, this has been a long enough reading. I hope it helped. And good luck with your magic window and your veil lifting. And put it down in the comments. Let me know, okay?